Welcome back, everybody. Sport Federation TV. We carry on talking sport in the Western Cape. And, of course, as you know, we've had a number of interviews over the last few weeks in the world of shooting, from practical shooting to target shooting to Bisley shooting. Of course, we've spoken to Corena de Beer, the president of Western Cape Shooting, about black powder shooting. But tonight we've got Corena on the show to not just talk to us about a little bit about black powder, but in fact about all of the sport codes that shooting codes that form part of the SASCO structure. Corena, welcome back. It's great to have you back on the show.
Hi JP, nice to be back.
Corena, yes, it's good to see you again. I see you proudly wearing your Protea outfit. We know that you're a world contender when it comes to black powder shooting. So before we talk about all the other sport codes, let me just ask you, how is your own personal sport code doing? Are you able to train? Are you able to shoot?
Yes, we actually are. There's a lot of club shooting going on. There is national competitions that's been hosted in the last couple of weeks. We have for the black powder, we've got the long range world championship next year, first in Hungary. And then 2 weeks later, we've got the short range world championship in Pforzheim in Germany. So we are really trying to get our team together, to get our practice together. So we did lose another 2 weeks of practice this year, 2 or 3 weeks through lockdown. But in the end, we are fortunate, obviously, with the permission that we got from the Minister of Sport, that we can train under certain conditions as long as there's no spectators and things like that. So yes, yeah. we are busy. We are busy right from club level right to the Open Bisley Championship is presented in 2 weeks or 3 weeks up in Gauteng. So everybody is raring to go.
I'm just going to pause you before you start telling me, but I have to again just ask the question around black powder shooting, because I think whenever we talk black powder shooting, or at least shooting, and specifically a black powder shooting, the audience ask the question, what is black powder shooting? And it would be dangerous for me to give an explanation. So maybe you should just give us a little snapshot for how does black powder shooting work?
So with black powder shooting, we're actually going back to the future. So we're using antiques or replicas of antique rifles and handguns that were used in the 1900s. So it is literally where you're loading the rifle from the muzzle, and then have a lead slug and percussion cap. Yeah. Whereas with your modern rifles and things like that, you make your whole bullet at home, and it is a unit, and you're lying on the range. So with black powder, after every shot, you have to get up. Some rifles we clean between shots, some we don't. But then you start all over, first the powder, then a little felt wad, then the lead slug, go down into position and put the percussion cap on, which is similar to a primer, for a rifle primer. So that is the thing that ignites the spark that would then cause the powder to ignite, and then drive the lead slug out of the barrel downrange.
Corena, talk to me a little bit about the other sport codes. You've got a couple of major events coming up still this year.
Yes, so the first then that is coming up is the annual, last year we missed out, but the annual Western Province Bisley Open Championship. So this is going to be the 67th championship. Wow. That has been hosted. That starts next week, Wednesday, on the 29th of September, and it continues until Saturday, the 2nd of October. That's at Atlantis on the military range. So the next event will be the Western Cape Pistol Federation. You spoke to Moideen Beck a while ago. They have their championship at the Bellville Pistol Club from 14 to 16 October. Then the Western Province Black Powder, the provincial championship, also at Atlantis, and we also shoot up to 800 meters on the 10th to the 13th of November, also Atlantis, because this is the only long range that is available to us. Then we have the multi-gun and handgun, where you spoke to Hashim Ali. Yes. He is from Precision Shooting. And then we have the Western Cape Air Rifle Open Championships also at Bellville Pistol Club 10 and 11 December.
So it's practical shooting, it's handgun shooting, it's bisley shooting, it's air rifle shooting, and it's black powder shooting.
And we've got hunting rifle. Their event is only next year, but they're also one of our federations.
So you're talking about 4 major events here, either at district or a provincial level, and some national and international championships coming up later. Are most of the competitors right now, for lack of a better expression, have they now, through these competitions, have they got their sights set on the nationals, for example?
Definitely so. So on the level that the guys compete at national events, they are really, using every minute they have to prepare optimal loads and optimal bullet lengths and different loads and things like that. So by the time they get to a national event, or especially an international event, you need to have all your ducks in a row. Otherwise, the rest of the competitors throughout the world are so good that you really, really have to be prepared. And if you expect to get somewhere in the medals or in at least the first 3 places.
You've got your website up and running, SASCO, www. Here it is coming up on the screen now, SASCO-Western Cape. Is this a good place for folks to go if they want to find out a little bit more or get in touch with you?
Yes, absolutely. So we have one of the tabs on this website is the different districts. So at the moment, SASCO is up and running in the Cape Town district. We're still trying to get the other districts to get their structures up to speed and things like that. So if anybody wants information on any of our federations, just go to the districts tab and you'll see the Cape Town one. But all the other districts have also, we've put the contact details if somebody is staying in Eden, for instance, and they want to contact their sports council, then the information is there. Shooting discipline specific, we in Cape Town is more than willing to help and to advise and to guide.
So if anybody's watching the show right now and they want to start black powder shooting, or they want to start air rifle shooting or bisley shooting, they can visit your website and somebody will be able to help them on a place to sign up.
Make contact with any of the disciplines that you're interested in. So obviously there is, with shooting, is not just rock up and compete. So there's a little bit of rules and things to go through, but please make contact. We have a very active development program, not officially, but development programs going, where we try to include or we try to recruit like school children or juniors, or just new members to get them up and going and expose them to the sport. Obviously this is a very expensive sport, so our way of doing it is come with us to the range. We will provide everything to see if you like it before you go through all the competency trainings, and there's so many hoops to jump through in shooting, and as a sport even more so.
Well, I would imagine that, and I'm pretty sure that that just for folks just knowing that you are there already is a great solution for people who simply have questions. Many people just don't know how to. What do you do if you have a firearm? Who can you speak to for advice, and where can you speak to some experts? So I think that the fact that you've got a online presence and folks can reach out is fantastic. Corena, we'll leave it at that. We'll say good luck to you. Hopefully, of course, we're going to speak to you and many other codes still many times before the end of the year. We absolutely need to find out how the results go from all of these events, and get lots of pictures and videos, and speak to all your new champions, if you have new champions, over the next couple of months. So thanks for chatting with us, and yeah, good luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you, JP. It's really nice to have this opportunity to showcase our sport.
That's fantastic. There we go, folks. Corena de Beer, she is the president of Western Cape Shooting, or SASCO, -westerncape.co.za, if you want to find out more about shooting, if you want to join any of these clubs. But otherwise, just keep watching the show. We'll keep talking about shooting, all the different codes. Really exciting, and it's exciting to see the inroads that shooting is making in the Western Cape. So that's really great. Folks, we'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we carry on talking about sport in the province. Back in a sec.